Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing 4 skills we need to improve in ourselves to be able to solve complex problems. Complex problem solving is a separate skill, but there are a lot of other related skills that contribute to this ability as well. Here's why practicing these skills are really important. We are actually what we repeatedly do. Therefore, the skills you train every single day can amount to big change in your life. So don't underestimate the power of small exercises you practice repeatedly to develop these set of skills. You might not see a difference in daily, but these practices and training add up and you will see a huge difference in your problem solving skills over time. The first skill is active listening. Normally in our careers, we listen to others to gather information and to learn and to understand what they're saying, right? The difference in active learning is we don't just listen to words, but we engage with the other person to understand the complete message that's been communicated as well. So you are not only using just your ears to hear, but all of your other senses and give your full attention to the other person to identify both these verbal and nonverbal messages. This is a skill you need to practice and train a lot because it takes time and especially patience to develop this skill. I will give you some small tips for the start. You can start with small practices like keeping the eye contact with the person you are talking to, smiling and nodding your head. And you can say like, yes, okay, to agree with the other person. It's going to encourage the conversation. And you can paraphrase what the other person said. That can avoid misunderstanding and it will make sure you got the correct message. Another thing to remember is not to disturb unless it is really necessary. In most situations, interrupting is really rude and it's distracting. So wait until the other person is done and adapt, and you can ask questions appropriately. You need to understand that people tend to trust you more and open up more when you actively listen. So practice this skill. This will be really beneficial for your careers. The second skill is analytical skills. This is the ability to research and examine situations or information to solve problems or to make recommendations. This requires actual and in-depth understanding of your field you are involved in as well. This skill is highly demanding these days since we are dealing with huge amount of information every day, and identifying and analyzing that information is needed for most of the industries. As starters, to develop analytical skills, you can try these tips and exercises. Pay attention to detail and be more observant with all your senses. You can simply go for a walk and observe birds or animals, how they're interacting with each other. Always pay attention to detail during these exercises. Another thing you can do is reading. Reading frequently is going to keep your brain running and you will be force your brain to think. So this is a good practice for improving analytical skills. Another easy thing to try is playing brain games to train your brain. Those games will train your brain. The third skill is research. Complex problem solving includes identifying causes of the problem and possible solutions. So for this, in-depth knowledge about this situation is highly needed. So researching is a skill you can practice for this. You can develop this skill by reading, engaging with your team members, and by consulting experienced colleagues. You can practice other methods like brainstorming with your team members. So these brainstorming sessions will encourage you to gather and listen different ideas and information from different people. The fourth skill is communication. So effective communication is one of the main skills required for almost all the careers nowadays. So there are different types of communication methods we should focus on: verbal communication, non-verbal communication, and written communication. So during verbal communication, you need to understand the audience first. You have to choose your words and you have to choose your tone accordingly to your audience. The same goes for when you are a listener as well. You need to understand what the speaker is saying properly. So non-verbal communication involves body language such as eye contact, facial expressions, gestures and all. Again, for effective communication, you need to be very confident and relaxing and maintain eye contact with the listeners. Then again, during your careers, written communication also matters as well. So you need to communicate your message clearly and precisely in a formal manner. I'll give you some of the communication skills you can practice and train. So you can practice presentation skills, negotiation skills, active listening. So I talked about that earlier as well. Those are the 4 skills. These 4 are not the only skills you need for problem solving. There are a lot of other skills as well, which I am going to discuss in another video. So what happens is most of these skills blend in and work together and make you a good problem solver. Therefore, it is important to practice these skills and develop them inside you. So as I said earlier, you don't see a difference daily, but eventually with time you'll see the results. I'll discuss more skills in the next video and you can practice, and with time you can get effective results as well. So if this is making sense for you, please say hi in the comments and let me know which type of skills you want me to discuss more. And give me a like and let me know if this is totally resonating with you. Hit the subscribe button and be sure to click the bell to notify every single time I post a new video. Thank you so much you guys for watching, and I'll see you with my next video.